Yeah.
So you may hear people say, I bought a property where it has a 4.5% yield.
Yeah.
That they're quoting a gross number. That's before they count expenses.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might hear somebody buy a big block of land, an old established home. They're optimizing for capital growth, but they've got such big land value that they're paying land tax, and their net after expenses yield, instead of it being 3.5%, 4%, is actually 1.5%. Then we look at the income you can generate from property. So what adds to your income? So we've got obviously rental return. Then we've got things that can put money back in our pockets, such as depreciation or other tax advantages like negatively gearing. But the main thing that adds money into our pocket is the rental return plus the depreciation. So if we earn, let's say, 100 grand a year and our property depreciates at, say, $8,000 a year, then we can get $8,000 back off our taxable income.
Yeah.
So that puts money back into our pocket as opposed to paying the government. So that's how you do a cash flow analysis. And the cash flow analysis is really important because it tells you there's two things you want to look at. A is your before tax, how much you'd pay before tax, and then your after tax, how much you'd pay after tax. So the deal we did for the real estate agent in Morisset, the house in Granny Flat, before tax, he would have had to have contributed $212,000 a week to hold the property, but after tax, he's negative $38 a week. So because of the depreciation on it, he's only going to have to fork out $38 a week to hold the property,
Gotcha.
as opposed to $212 a week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's where depreciation can really influence the actual cash flow of a deal.
Yeah, yeah.
And that buyer, you may not, so if he didn't want to have to contribute more than $100 a week, he satisfies that. And he was able to spend $1 million in the marketplace that compounds over time. So as opposed to somebody that doesn't have depreciation or doesn't have a strong cash flow, yeah, they might have good capital growth or good, but can they actually afford holding that? Or could they buy two properties? Like now this client can buy two properties because the cash flow is so strong, and then he'll have $2 million in the marketplace as opposed to say 1.4, which is what he'd have if it wasn't strong cash flow.